and welcome to Sports Today's Morning News Wrap. I'm Siddharth Gulati and I'm going to bring you all the latest updates that made the headlines on different newspapers and on various digital platforms. So, as always, as it has been a usual drill, let's just begin with some cricket news and specifically some IPL updates here. Well, it's just been about 12 hours and the feeling is yet to sink in after what we witnessed at the Sawai Mansingh Stadium in the game between Rajasthan Royals and the Gujarat Titans there. It was a one-man show, a one-man army led by the none other than 14-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi, who just blew Gujarat Titans away in Jaipur and made sure that Rajasthan Royals were well and truly alive in IPL 2025 for a spot in the playoffs. Well, batting first, Gujarat Titans scored over 200. There was crucial knocks by both Shubman Gill and Joss Butler. Both scored 50s. Gill scored 84 while Joss Butler got to the 50 mark on the very last ball of GT's innings there. On the other hand, in response, Rajasthan Royals got off to a blistering start and it was led by none other than Vaibhav Suryavanshi, who got to the 50 mark of just 17 balls. Turned out to be the fastest 50 in IPL 2025. And later, he just doubled it up because in 35 balls, he got to the three-figure mark and became the fastest Indian to score a century in the IPL, overtaking Yusuf Pathan, who had done the same thing in 37 balls against Mumbai Indians, but that was really way back. So that's about it as far as the Gujarat Titans and Rajasthan Royals game is concerned. It was all about Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and seldom it has happened in the last couple of years that a knock by a Yashasvi Jaiswal has been stolen, where the limelight has been stolen from Yashasvi Jaiswal in that particular aspect, and this time around it was from none other than Suryavanshi there. Jaiswal also got to a 70 odd, but then it was Suryavanshi who just took the game away from Gujarat Titans and made sure that Rajasthan Royals lived to fight basically another day in IPL 2025. So after the match, obviously there were a few reactions, and there was a lot of surprise also. As much as we have said about Gujarat Titans subbing out Shubman Gill earlier, it was thought that it's some kind of a move that it perplexed everyone as to why their regular captain Shubman Gill was subbed out. But Gill later clarified that it was a back spasm, and that's where the physio of the team did not really want to take any risk, knowing that it's a big tournament. There are many more matches left for Gujarat Titans, as many as 6 matches left. So that's where they would need a fit and firing Shubman Gill. And also Vaibhav Suryavanshi, who was the player of the match, he said that there is no fear factor at all. He does not play the bowler, he just plays the ball, and that's maybe one of the major reasons why he got to that record-breaking 100 in the history of the IPL. So this is where all the bases of the GT versus RR game are covered. Shubman Gill being subbed out due to a back spasm, while fearless Vaibhav Suryavanshi scripted history in the game against Gujarat Titans. Moving on, it's going to be Delhi Capitals versus Kolkata Knight Riders at the Arun Jaitley Stadium today. Well, Delhi Capitals, they did have an issue after they lost their previous game against Royal Challengers Bengaluru. It was another home loss for Delhi Capitals. They had lost an earlier one against the five-time champions Mumbai Indians. This is where maybe a bowling is slightly a worry for Delhi Capitals, because there is too much pressure on the likes of Stark and Kuldeep Yadav, and they would need support from the other end. Maybe it's time to bring in a certain Thangarasu Natarajan. Let's see how things really go for Delhi Capitals. On the other hand, there's a team that's under even more pressure, that is Kolkata Knight Riders. They have only a total of 3 wins from their first 9 matches, 5 losses, and a game that was rained off against Punjab Kings there at the Eden Gardens only. So Kolkata Knight Riders, if they win, they would be alive in the tournament, but if they lose, they'll be all but out of contention for a spot in the playoffs. So that's the thing with the Delhi Capitals and Kolkata Knight Riders. And ahead of the game, Harshit Rana, the Kolkata Knight Riders pacer, has made an interesting comment when he said that he's missing the aura of Gautam Gambhir at KKR. He said it's no disrespect, it's pretty much the same old stuff There is Chandu Bhai, Chandrakant Pandit. There is Abhishek Nair, who has joined the team once again after not being after his contract wasn't being renewed by the BCCI at the Indian men's cricket team. And there are the same other stakeholders in the BCCI in the KKR support staff there. That's where he has said that it is his personal thing that he has said that he's missing the aura of Gautam Gambhir. He used to bring that thrill factor that's maybe missing in the KKR camp or within the KKR setup there. So another exciting match awaits us. We are going to, bring you all the live updates of it. There is going to be a proper toss update. There is going to be a proper mid-innings discussion also, and towards the end, a full panel discussion about what transpired during the match. So this is all with respect to the DC versus KKR game. A lot at stake for Kolkata Knight Riders, while for Delhi they would look to get their bowling combination right ahead of the tougher games that await them. So now let's just see maybe what the newspapers really have to say, or maybe before we get to it, let's just take a comment that we have. Perez Ebe, good morning. How are you, mate? He's saying yesterday Sanju was not that much happy. Is there any issues with the management or Dravid? See, there have been a lot of reports that have come out that there is some conflict going within the RR management. There have been some calls taken wherein Sanju Samson hasn't been a part of them, despite being a leader within the group. But as it has always been said, that we cannot really just believe 100% in the rumors, or not really sure how much we should even take into consideration as to what reports are coming out, Paris. But I would rather say that I think it's just the fact that it's unfortunate to be Sanju Samson at this particular point in time, because he suffered multiple injuries during the tournament, did not really captain in the first three games despite batting due to a finger injury. Then he suffered an abdomen injury at a very wrong time, and this is where Rajasthan Royals probably would have needed him the most. So I think it's kind of unfortunate, but let's just hope that things really fall in place for Rajasthan Royals. May not be this season. Definitely doesn't look like it will be this season, but maybe going on. Sports is Perez Ebe is saying that if Sanju comes back, who will be out of 11? I'm not really sure who will be out of 11, but I can tell you my personal choice. I would persist with Vaibhav Suryavanshi. It would make no sense to keep him out now, and I would pick Sanju Samson ahead of Nitish Rana. So for me, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Vaibhav Suryavanshi open. Let's just not disturb that combination, because this is the combination that has basically brought Rajasthan Royals on the winning track once again. And Sanju Samson is a flexible batter. He can bat at number 3. So that's absolutely fine. But I would personally replace Sanju Samson, Sanju Samson coming in for Nitish Rana. Another comment that we have, Spots, I'm not really sure, why there is, so much hatred around Virat Kohli. Why is he being referred to names that, that continue to rule social media in a negative way? I think what he did against Delhi Capitals in that particular game, it may or may not be liked by a lot of people, but he did play his role to perfection. I think you needed some stability on that kind of a wicket, and Kohli provided that. Yes, he could have played a little bit more faster, but at the end of the day, it was a match-winning 50. There is nothing more that can be said regarding it. If you have any conflicting thoughts, let's just, yeah, I get that. And you're talking about that final knock. I am completely with you. The first 48 balls, even I thought that it is, that what is he really doing? But at the end of the day, I think we have to take the last 12 balls into consideration, 10 to 11 balls into consideration, wherein he brought out that useful cameo. So overall, as a, if we see his overall knock, it was a match-winning innings. But obviously the first 50 or 48, that did surprise or shock a lot of us. So I'm completely with you on that. So not really going to deny at all. Yeah, I think this is where we have taken the comments so far. Let's just see now what the newspapers really have to say. It is Vaibhav Suryavanshi dominating the charts here. Yeah, absolutely. That's when, the fast bowlers in the final 5 overs, they saved India. Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh. It was a collective effort. A lot about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Surya Kumar Yadav, how he has lifted Mumbai Indians in middle overs. There's a story that's running on Sports today that three reasons behind Mumbai Indians' resurgence in IPL 2025. It's a proper video that has been done by me. You can check it out and share your thoughts in the comments section. Krunal Pandya, how he has been an RCB's away match specialist. There's also a special package running on Krunal Pandya on Sports today. Do check it out. It has been done by none other than your very own Harshit Ahuja. There is a bit about Lahiri finishing second, Naiman wins in the LIV Golf Mexico City, and there's Aditi finishing T62 at the Chevron Championship, Padma Awards for Srijesh and Ravichandran Ashwin, and do we have anything else? Uh, okay, there is a role that Sunil Joshi is in contention for a spin coach's role here at the BCCI Center of Excellence that has been vacated by Sairaj Bahutle earlier in 2025. So this is a story that is doing the rounds. This is just a report though. Let's see, if we can bring some confirmation for you at that particular point in time. Any more comments? Nothing. That's about it as far as the morning wrap is concerned. Stay tuned to Sports Today as we bring you all the latest updates and analysis from the sporting world. Before I go, another comment and maybe the last comment of the live. Two comments, okay? Anshu, that is something that they have done, and there are going to be now major steps because the bilateral relations between the two countries are going to deteriorate further. That is going to happen after what has happened in Pahalgam. It is truly disappointing. It is heartbreaking. And let's see, how things really go from here. Perez Ebe is saying in this season, Sanju was different from past years rather than attacking. I think Sanju Samson, the batter, was doing okayish, but the point is that he could not really, get to that consistency because of the injuries. Sometimes, when a player is in and out of the side, your batting form also gets affected. Your natural tendency to get the runs also gets affected because you're not playing consistently. So I think sometimes it's just a luck factor, and I would say it's not really gone in Sanju Samson's favor this time around. Okay, so stay tuned to Sports Today. We'll bring you all the latest updates and analysis from the sporting world, and there's going to be proper coverage of today's IPL match between DC versus KKR. There's going to be a dugout that we'll have at 5:30 p.m. and overall many more stories coming your way. A special story on Vaibhav Suryavanshi is obviously running, an interview that Shashwat has done with an important stakeholder from Rajasthan Royals. Do check that out. And obviously a special on Vaibhav Suryavanshi about the records that he has broken, and some of the reactions is also up there on Sports Today.